Today we're going to do an Arabic dessert which is called Qatayef. It's basically a kind of pancake filled with a kind of pudding, decorated with nuts and eaten with a syrup. We will start with the sugar syrup. For this you need 400 milliliters of water, 300 grams of sugar, a little bit of rose water, which you will find in any Turkish or Arabic supermarket, and a little bit of lemon juice. At first you add the sugar with the water into a pot. Mix it and heat it. As soon as the sugar is dissolved in the water, add the rose water. Then add a little bit of lime juice and let it cook for another 5 minutes. Then fill it into a bowl that it can cool down. While this time, you can do the milk pudding. For this you need 800 milliliters of milk, 200 milliliters of cream, a little bit of condensed milk. Use between 80 and 100 milliliters. Furthermore, you need 120 grams of cornstarch, 80 grams of sugar, and a little bit of rose water. Make now the milk pudding. Add the milk, the cream, the condensed milk, the sugar, the cornstarch, and the rose water into the pot. Please make sure that you do not heat it yet, due to the fact that the cornstarch wouldn't dissolve well if you heat it already. So first add the ingredients into the pot and mix them well. Then the cornstarch will dissolve completely. After that step you can heat the mixture. It's important to stir it the whole time while cooking. After a few minutes it will turn into pudding. Then fill the pudding into a bowl and put it aside to cool down. After a little bit you can also put it in the fridge, that the pudding will get more hard. During that time you can do the kind of pancake dough. For this you need 225 grams of semolina, 140 grams of flour, a half pack of dry yeast, a half pack of baking powder, a little bit of salt, and 750 milliliters of milk. At first you're going to add the dry ingredients into a bowl. The semolina, the flour, the baking powder and the yeast, as well as the salt. Mix it well. Then continue to mix it while gently adding the milk. Until the dough looks like this. Then cover it with a towel and put it aside for 30 minutes. So the yeast has enough time to do its job. After that time you should use a non-stick pan. Please make sure to not add any oil or butter into the pan. Just use a tablespoon to put the dough directly into the pan. I used 3 tablespoons of dough to make 1 pancake. Then heat up the pan at middle heat. It's very important that the pancakes are cooking slowly. And only cook the pancakes on one side, do not turn them. As soon as you will see such air bubbles at the not cooked side, you can check the cooked side of the pancake. If it has a golden brown color, then it's finished and you can take it out of the pan. To prevent that the pancakes will glue or stick to each other, you can put them on a towel beside each other. Once they cool down, you can put them into a plate. Then you can prepare to fill them. Take the pancakes, the milk pudding, and some nuts for that. I used pecan nut, pistachios, hazelnuts, and almonds. To fill the pancakes, take a pancake into your hand. Put a tablespoon of milk pudding on the not cooked side of the pancake. Make the milk pudding flat with a tablespoon. and close the pancake as shown in the video. Please make sure that you close the dough at the not cooked side, due to the fact that the not cooked side will glue to each other, which makes closing possible. But take care that no milk pudding will come in between the closing line. Then closing the pancake will be more difficult. So the cooked side of the pancake will be outside. At last, add some nuts at the open part on top of the milk pudding. That's how the finished Qatayef should look like. Repeat the process until the pancakes are gone. Possibly some milk pudding will be left, but you do not have to throw it away, you can just eat it like this. At last you can fill the syrup into a glass can. Then the Qatayef is finished and you can serve it like this with the syrup. When you eat it, you can put a little bit of syrup at the opening of the Qatayef and enjoy. If you do not eat all of them, you need to keep them in the fridge.